Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this MINRISE wireless portable charger with quick charge 3.0 20 watts power bank, fast charging. The listing states 30,000 milliampere hours solar charger, solar power bank with strong flashlight and so on. It's listed currently on Amazon for around $50, has a lot of good reviews. And it looked very tempting. It has everything what you actually need. And the absolutely great or unique thing here is that it comes with 5 different outputs. So I've never seen this. You can charge 5 different devices at the same time. So it is definitely very powerful. So here's the packaging, some description. Can see 4 output ports plus the wireless charge. You can use it for almost everything. Has even some IP protection against dust and water. By the way, the model type is 888KW. And it says built-in solar panel for emergency power. Yeah, that's a big thing here, and that's really important to know. This is not a solar power bank which is intended to be charged by only the sunlight every day. So this is not possible. I mean, because this size of power bank with this size of solar panel needs about 1 week to be fully charged just with the sun. So if you're intending to take this thing for a weekend trip or so to have some emergency power in case you run out of power, this is a perfect thing. If you're planning for a trip like for 2 or 3 weeks out in the woods, that's not the perfect thing for you. It has nothing to do with this brand or model type. It's just because of the size of the solar panel. So this is more like an emergency charge. Also because the solar panel is right on top of the battery, so you have to avoid overheat. So I wouldn't recommend to put this in direct sun with a lot of heat the whole day. You have to make sure that you cool it down every now and then, or put it in a place where it has enough ventilation and enough cooling. So here it is, really nice size. I would say it's not too large. I've seen some of these power banks which are incredibly large, and this thing here is really refreshing modern design. I love the thing here. I can really tell you just by the design, this is something really new, not old-fashioned design. I love the thing. Also the size. I mean, I have seen so many really huge things which are actually too large, and this thing looks much better. By the way, we have this strap here. You can wrap it around and secure it, put it on your backpack or so. What's also good with this light here, we have this floodlight. Of course, we don't have a light on the side, but I love this much better. So with this light here, it's much easier to illuminate the side or also the ceiling. Most of these power banks have only lights here or here, then it's really difficult to illuminate a whole room. This is much easier here. So usually we have to turn the thing on. You can see it's a very bright light. I hope you can see that here. It's incredible. And we have, I think, 4 different modes. The first one is the full brightness. Then here we have a little bit a dimmed one, which is really important as well. A lot of these power banks have only one setting. So here we have 2 settings. Then we have the SOS and then the strobe light, and the next one is off. That's probably only the indicator for the wireless charge or possible wireless charge. Here we have the opening, I think, for the charge, and here the output. We have 2 times quick charge and 1 regular. By the way, what's important, yeah, we have these nice protections. I would say this is as good as it gets. These are more or less heavy protections, but they are secured to the case. That's important, so you don't lose them. There are a lot of similar devices where these covers are not attached to the power bank, and then you can lose this thing. That's not going to happen here. The charge indicator is inside. That's maybe something to consider. I would love to have it outside. Here we have it inside, so we have to remove this flap here every time we want to check on the charge. That's something, but at least there's additional protection. So it's maybe a little bit difficult to see regarding a charge. I think we have 3 out of 4 LEDs. The LEDs are a little bit weak. It would have been nice to have a little bit stronger LEDs. Yeah, I think now you can see them. You have to turn it in the right direction, then you can see. I think we have 75% charge. What I always recommend, of course, is to fully charge before you are using such a thing. So I'm going to test all the outputs here and show you how capable these things are. By the way, usually when we just use the outputs here, we don't have to push the button to work. Sometimes it can be helpful. If the charging doesn't start automatically, yeah, then just give it a push, but it should actually charge on its own. Just for the wireless charge, we have to push here, and after we see the red light, we can put a phone which is capable for wireless charging on top of it, and it starts charging. You can see, unfortunately I can't measure the power, but it says 10 watts. So I wanted to show you a couple of these measurements here from the ports. I'm not going to test everything, this would take too much time, but here we have the most powerful output. I mean, we have 3 outputs here. We have 2 ports here. One of them, the micro USB, is just input. The USB-C is input and output. So we are using now the USB-C as an output, and you can see we are here at 12 volts quick charge, and we are at 7.8 watts. So I can increase this power. So it's supposed to deliver 20 watts, and you can see we can easily reach 20 watts, and we are still at exactly 12 volts, so there's no decrease in voltage, and we can go even a little bit above. So I don't suggest to do that, but you can see we can even go to 23 watts. Yeah, I would definitely not do that on your side, but I just wanted to show you how capable this thing is. And I also wanted to show you one thing regarding this indicator light. There are 2 power lights here. One shows the low power, one should indicate the high power. The high power, as far as I've been able to see, is showing when quick charge is activated. So if you're using more than 5 volts, like in this case here, you can see we are on 12 volts and the LED is on. So every time you're using 5 volts, only the blue light will turn on, and when you're using more voltage, like higher voltage, then you see the red light. It's a nice feature. So I've been testing the left output here for quick charge, and looks like there is no quick charge available here. And same thing with the port in the middle, also no quick charge available, but we have confirmed that 5 volts 2 amps. So the only port where we have quick charge confirmation is the one on the right side. You can see we have quick charge 2.0, 3.0 up to 12 volts and 1.5 amps. Yeah, now it went off, but we have been seeing that. So confirmation. The ports on the left side with black are normal ports. I mean, they are strong, but no quick charge. The only quick charge is here, and the USB-C on this side. And I've also tested the USB-C output, and you can see we have the most quick charge capabilities here with the USB-C output, and of course that's also the only thing which is supporting PD 3.0 with yeah, as far as I can see, 19 watts. And the quick charge is 18 watts, so really close to 20 watts, and a lot of compatibilities with Apple and Huawei and some other things. And I also wanted to show you quickly the solar charge. I mean, we don't have solar inside here, but we have a strong light, and this is also capable to charge this power bank. And you can see we have this green light. I hope you can see that, even though it's really bright here inside now. there's a green light indicating that it is charging from solar, like from the solar panel here. So you can see it even works with this light inside here. And I've also tried it outside, worked really nice, and it even was showing the charge indicator when there were clouds, like overcast, no direct sun visible. But it looks like this thing is really strong and still charging when we don't have direct sun. But of course, when you want to have faster charge, it needs a lot of sun. And as always, I'm going to show you the full instructions or user manual to give you the opportunity to make a better buy decision, or if you bought used or you lost the instructions. Now I'm going to fully charge and discharge, so you'll see how much power we can store inside, and you can see also how fast it's charging. Unfortunately, I don't have quick charge here, but you can see it's 3 amps or sometimes even above 3 amps charging. This is really rare. 15.6 watts. Sometimes I've been seeing that even at 3.1 or 16 watts. So you can see also powerful charge here. So I've finished the capacity testing overnight, and you can see it has turned off. And sometimes with some power banks we can turn it on again with this button, or unplug and replug again, but you can see it's not coming back. So they're protecting the batteries inside with their logic. So this is not a bad thing, but you have to know that if you're out in the woods in the middle of the night and the power bank is fully drained, there's no way to get some extra power. Some power bank manufacturers allow that, to squeeze out some extra power just a little bit to make maybe an emergency phone call or so. This is not the case here, but what I have seen, at least there's some possibility to turn on the light still. This is really nice. Some power banks even deny on using the light. You can see at least you can use the light when you are in the need out in the woods in the middle of nowhere without any power. That's a really nice thing here. So let's try if we can reactivate just with solar power. I mean, it's not real solar power, it's just a bright light here, and you can see we get the green light confirmation that it is charging. I turn this off again. I don't know if this is enough. I mean, this is no real solar light. I mean, solar light is much stronger. Looks like it hasn't been enough. Maybe we need a real power source to activate this thing again. So you can see it is charging. By the way, one thing I've been trying, this is charging the power bank and using it at the same time. And one thing I noticed is that they allow actually you to do that, which is in general a good thing. Most of the power bank manufacturers, they won't allow you to do that. There's nothing written in, I think, in the instructions manual, so you could technically use that. But what I've noticed that the temperature went up really fast and the voltage dropped down also quite some. So I would definitely not recommend that, because some of the manufacturers say that you could damage such a power bank, and it's such a good, beautiful one, so I wouldn't take any chances. So let's unplug this thing again and let's see if it's already capable to show something. And you can see you can reactivate just through a little bit of charge through the cable. Now what we also can see is the capacity. I'll show you that. It shows 11,232, which is of course not the 30,000 milliamps which they are saying, but the thing is you have to convert this from 3.7 volts native to the 5 volts output, and then there's also some loss. What I wished to see actually was something like a number 15,000 or a little bit above. So I hope through a couple of charge and discharge cycles it will improve that a little bit, but everything has been working good so far. And while charging the thing, there was almost no heat And while using this at 15 watts, I mean almost maximum, there was not much heat as well. A little bit of warmth everywhere here, but not real dramatic heat or so. So you can see you can use that with high power for very long time, many hours. You don't have to be worried about using this with a lot of power. So I think it's a really good device. I like the thing here. I love the modern style. I love the protection. I love the light. I love the wireless charge, everything, how it's built, how it looks, how it works. And what I also like here is the fact that the batteries inside are lithium polymer and not lithium ion. So usually this is much more tolerant to high heat or very low temperature, and this is important when you are outside. From my side, yeah, really full recommendation on that, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.